Let's just get to the point. John, the second chapter, in the 23rd verse, it says, "Now when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover, in the feast," so Yahawashi celebrate the Passover, but Christians mock us for trying to keep the Passover, but then they're justified in a Easter bunny laying eggs in colored eggs, which goes back to ancient pagan customs anyway. Now, when he was in Jerusalem at the Passover in the feast day, many believed in his name when they saw the miracles he did, but he did not commit himself unto them because he knew all men. But Yahawashi didn't trust him because he knew, all right, about all people. Okay? He knew. So there were particular things he withheld from particular people. He was always mindful of the situation that he was in. And that's a serpent quality. Okay? All right? He was well aware, all right, that people were there were those there, who had their purpose, man, that wanted to have him overthrown. The Greek word gen osko, right? To learn, to know, to perceive. And this is what a serpent does, all right? But it can be either on a negative side or on a positive side. To know, understand, perceive, to be acquainted with. Sexual intercourse between a man and a woman. That's how you get to know a woman. That's how you put your spirit on her. All right. So Yahawashi didn't commit himself unto them. Okay. The word in the Greek.
Strong's G 4100. Pistuo. Pistuo.
All right. He didn't give them credit. He didn't credit everybody. We can be too fast to credit people at times. All right. To have confidence in the New Testament, conviction and trust to which a man is impelled by a certain inner or higher, all right, prerogative in law and soul. So to trust, to entrust a thing to one. See, so he didn't open up to everybody. There was all these people around, you got to be mindful, of what you're saying. No one needed to tell him about human nature, for he knew what was in each person's heart. So as he's around these people, he's discerning who's right and who's not right, and he's reacting, all right, in the spirit and not the flesh. Because he probably could have opened up and did all kind of things. All right. But he was very, very mindful, man. So he practiced discernment. All right. As the scriptures say, give not thou which is holy unto the dogs. Okay. Let's get the book of Proverbs. Let's get Proverbs 18:7. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. The mouth of fools are their ruin. They trap themselves with their lips. All right. What did James say? Sometimes we got to be swift to hear and slow to speak. I believe that's James 1:19 or 18. Oversharing can be, it basically, it comes from an emotional reaction instead of wisdom. Okay. And even within the brotherhood, everybody doesn't have to know. Sometimes certain things you want to get off your chest. All right. As the scriptures say, have not 1,000 counselors, but one. There's a particular brother or a few brothers you talk to about what happened or what you did or what may be going on with you. And, basically from there, you can then unwind, take a deep breath, and then move forward, because that brother is going to give you wisdom. Should I do a video on this? Should I put this? Okay. And most likely you're going to get a spiritual reaction, right? And it's going to basically calm down, all right, what Satan wanted, with you oversharing and doing too much. Okay? What is that in the book? Let's get the Apocrypha. All right. What's that? Sirach, I believe, 8. Let's see here. Consult not with a fool, for he cannot keep counsel. Here's a good one. Sirach 8 and 18. Do no secret thing before a stranger, for thou knowest not what he will bring forth. And we got to understand, these people are strangers. All right. You get likes, you got subscribers. A lot of these people are spies. Even amongst us are spies and agents. Okay. So this is one of the greatest precepts in the world right here. For our walk, don't do no secret thing before a stranger, for thou knowest not what he will bring forth. Open not thine heart to every man, lest he requite thee with a shrewd turn. Let's look this up in the GNT. Okay. You should not, in 8 and 18, verse 17, you should not ask a stupid person for advice. He will not be able to keep secret what you tell him. You should not do anything in front of a stranger that should be kept secret. There is no way of knowing what will happen if you do. You should not reveal your most private thoughts to anyone. If you do, all right, you may as well throw away any chance of happiness. And we don't want to put hell on ourselves, man. Right? We don't want to put hell on ourselves, man. Not everyone needs to know, all right, your plans, your pain, your weaknesses, right? You certain things need to be kept in your head, in your mind, right where the thought was conceived. Right? Not even every brother needs to know certain things. Okay, but again, certain brothers are an open book.